Hi everyone, this is Carmen. Today I'm going to walk through InsForge branching. So first, a quick concept. What is a parent? The project you are seeing here, the demo blog, is my parent project. Think of it as my production environment, have the real users, real data, and live traffic. When I want to add something new, like a table, a column, or a policy, changing it directly on production is risky. So if I get it wrong, rolling back is painful. So I want an isolated environment to test the change first and only apply it to the parent once I verified it works. So that isolated environment is called a branch. And I can do whatever on the branch and the parent won't be affected. So today I will walk through two scenarios. The first is the happy path, create a branch, add a feature, merge back. And the second one is a conflict scenario, like my teammate and I both modify the same table, and I will show how to resolve it. Yeah, let's start with the happy path. I want to add a commons feature to my blog, so I create a branch called feature commons to work on it. So InsForge will create a new EC2 instance and a new Postgres database in the background and copy parent schema and data. So here is my branch. As you can see, I have the posted tables and also with the existing data. So this is a full copy of the parent. But if you just want the schema, you can choose the schema only when you create a new branch. Yeah. So now I will add a commons table with the policy on the branch. So here is the SQL file I prepared. So I want to create a new commons table and also have the policy and insert the comments. So let's run this SQL file. Yeah, it's done. So let's check back the database type. Yeah, as you can see, the commons table is here and the schema is right. And we have the test data in here. So now here is the important part. The parent, we can switch back and see for the parent database, we don't have the common table. Everything I just did is completely isolated to the branch. And after you finish all your features, it's time to merge. So we can go to the Manage Branch tab and click the Merge button and see what happened. As we can see, we don't have any conflict SQL. It looks good, and we can just merge it and have our product environment have the commons table. Yeah, the merge succeeded, and we can switch back to the dashboard and refresh it. As we can see, for the main branch, our parent branch, we already have the commons table and with the same schema and the same test data. So the branch is done. That's the happy path. We create a branch, make the changes, and merge that. So zero risk to the prod. But real life isn't always that clean. where you are working on a branch, your teammate might be changing prod too. So let me show what happens when we have a conflict. Let's say I want to add an upvotes column to a comments table. So I start with a fresh branch. As you can see, I create a new branch called feature comments 2. On that branch, I will add upvotes as an integer. So let me run the SQL I prepared. So I add a column and the type is integer. So here's where we are. The branch has the upvotes integer, and for the parent branch, we also add upvotes column, but the type is the big integer. So the same column name, but different types. We added independently, and that is a classic parallel modification conflict. So now we switch back to the branch, and we try to merge. And ideally, we will see the conflict. Yes. As we can see that we cannot merge the branch because for the parent branch and the feature branch, we both have the modification. So we have to fix it and then try to merge. So we can just copy the conflicts. That's what we're InsForge magic. We can just copy the conflict and pass it to our agent, and our agent will help us to fix it. Yeah, okay. So let me recap what the agents did. So the agent helped us to resolve the conflict because the parent went with the big integer and the feature comments branch went with the integer. So we aligned. So the agent helped us to align these two design, and the feature comments branch also go with the big integer. So in that way, we can resolve the problem. And we can now go back to the manage branch and try to merge again. And ideally, we should see there is no conflict anymore. Yeah. So then we can merge that. And it's successfully merged. So here is the branching in InsForge. To recap, a parent is your prod project, and a branch is an isolated environment you worked on. So for the happy case is we create the branch and make the changes, dry run to review the SQL, and merge, then delete the branch. But when two sides modify the same object in the same time, you will get a conflict. You can cut in the dry run, not in prod, but resolved by align with the branch design, then you can merge. So let's try yourself at InsForge. Thanks for watching.